Okay. Okay. We're back after, I think, a month.
Yep. Life gets in the way.
It does.
And that's like...
You've been having a pretty hard work schedule, recently.
Yeah, going in at 7 in the morning. Have fun.
I understand. Well...
And working the weekends.
I get you. On my end, I've finally started to make progress on the whole the disability kind of thing. I've gotten prescriptions and medication. I got a doctor now.
Yep.
I got a therapist, a proper one, and I'm having somebody help me apply to SSI to help support everything.
Mm-hmm.
However, on a bit of a darker note, last couple of weeks I feel like I've been kind of spiraling a bit, like sinking down that drain, and I don't like that feeling. It's like I miss meals that I shouldn't miss, and I talk to people that I don't want to talk to, but I do anyways for reasons I almost like an addiction, right? It's just like the devil's tongue. Like he probably knows how to wants you to start a conversation, but then he'll just do whatever he can to hurt you.
Yep. It gets me sometimes at work.
Yeah.
Where it gets kind of stressful sometimes. Like I had a Karen-ass customer.
I hope we are allowed to curse.
I didn't curse.
You said the A word.
It's in the Bible.
Okay, fair enough.
And it means donkey.
Okay. Donkey.
Donkey. Why? Knowing Karen at work early in the morning too. Somebody last night forgot to take the trash in.
Yeah.
And my boss told me, hey, you need to make the parking lot look good today because two of my bosses are coming from the north.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I gotta get the parking lot clean and make it look nice. So some of the carts were locked and I was busy doing the trash, So this dude comes up to me and he's like, hey, the carts are locked. I'm like, yeah, don't you see me doing my job right now? I'll get to him in a minute. It's like, customers come first. I'm like, customers don't come first. My job comes first. Then you guys come second.
Don't ever think there's no one out there not caring for you.
So I just got mad for like a little bit. Didn't bug me at all.
It's work. It'll get to you. That's what work usually does, right?
And then I'm like, well, when I get home, at least I get to play video games. Not get complained by my wife because I don't have one.
That is a dark joke. That is the one benefit.
Yes, of being single, you get to play video games after work or before work. Because the only time you go in at work. Because I go in at 11. I go in at 3 today.
But what's your most common time to go?
The most common that they have me going in now is 7 to 3:30 in the afternoon or 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Because I've been going into 7 to 3 for like past 2 weeks. But today I'm going in at 3 to 10 o'clock and tomorrow I'm going in at 3 to 10 o'clock. So they changed my schedule throughout the week.
One of the prescriptions my doctor ended up giving me was some sleep medication, and the weird thing is, like, a lot of my issues are. I skipped over your topic.
No, I wasn't done. So you take sleeping medication.
Recently, yes. The first night I did, and then I realized I probably shouldn't. The doctor said that the antipsychotic he gave me, which was mainly meant to be an antipsychotic,
Yeah.
could also be a mild sedative for sleeping.
Yeah.
And then he, along with that, gave me a medium, like harder than melatonin, like normal sleeping medication.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That didn't work for me though.
And then he gave me one that helped me sleep without like my nightmares and issues on the sort of inside at night.
Yeah.
And then when I had all three of those pills, and I woke up, I felt like I had been kicked in the face by a horse, and then not just that, ran over by a truck, but only if like my face was out on the road and nothing else. Like it was.
So you got hit by a freight train.
Were you there down by the bluffs when I did that weird thing that almost killed me?
No. I think I was working.
Oh. No, this was when I was still like in phase 1.
No, oh yeah, I was actually.
I was climbing the area that had like ledges and cliffs, but it didn't have a guardrail, and you had to like be in a crawling position or you'd fall.
Yep.
And it was tiring. When I got up, I could bear. I was seeing nothing but the raw force of will to climb it, because at about 3/4, I would have just passed out, and I knew that if I passed out, I would fall and die, because at like I think it was over 100 feet in the air, right?
I know which one you're talking about.
Well, when I did climb up all the way, and I sat down, I think my body was probably in some sort of adrenaline. Like it knew it was gonna die if it didn't keep pushing itself, so it pushed itself. When I sat down and it realized it could rest, everything numbed, and I didn't. It's not just like not like the eyes, like that weird thing in movies when like you're like Rocky Balboa is fighting some guy and you're punched in the face and everything. The hearing and everything is dulled. The sight, all of it, is dulled and fuzzy and blurry and all that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I get that sometimes too.
That is what I went through. And then after that, after I was nearly deaf, I was looking at everybody, and then everything got blurry, and then everything went white. It was slowly turning white. And I nearly fainted, I think. That was like a fainting spell, and I was fighting it to stay up.
Yep.
That is the only time I would say I had a worse headache than the sleeping medication. That was how bad it was, because when I got up, my eyes did start turning into like blinding white.
Yep.
And I was starting to get. I couldn't comprehend like my senses and nerves a lot, and I had to sit down because I felt very lightheaded. So, needless to say, beyond that, I only take the antipsychotic at night instead of like all three that are different variations and levels of sleeping medication.
Yeah. I don't take sleeping medication because they don't work. None of them work.
Okay. I don't often feel. I don't really feel the effects the sleeping medication gives me, but when I do wake up, I do just feel a lot more mentally better. I don't feel tired.
Because you get more sleep.
Yeah, turns out you're completely correct. Sleeping medication
Helps you sleep.
helps you sleep.
That's why they call it sleeping medication. Because it puts you to sleep.
Yes, it does.
Well, they don't work for me because I just sit there and stare at a wall for hours and hours until I fall asleep. So I go to bed. I try to go to bed early. When it doesn't turn there early, go to bed is like around like 12, 1, 2, or 3 in the morning.
You could try to like listen to beach sounds or rain or static.
I try doing that. That doesn't help either.
Did you watch that series I sent you a long time ago?
Yeah, I did.
Was it actually good or okay?
It was okay, but it didn't help me sleep. Because when I start to hear noises,
yeah,
my brain turns back on. And I started thinking about what if I was actually there at the beach.
I think that's kind of like the reverse for me with with you and with caffeine and all that. How that makes you like fall asleep. For me, yeah, hearing sounds like that, not rock in your ear, metal man screaming, but like when there's the distant, it's the distance when there's a slight drumming of water or wind hitting your ears. That actually does help me sleep.
Yeah, that doesn't help me sleep. When I start to hear noises, my brain's like, ooh, let's go to the beach. Ooh, let's go over there. Ooh, let's go this way. Ooh, let's go that way.
Ooh.
Because I'm ADHD, so when I hear noises or other things that distract me, my brain stays awake. Because I'm constantly thinking.
I get you. So, now I didn't get the full conversation on this, and I think it'll be a good segue to move into. Dave, and Ezekiel are wanting to make a certain project.
Well, my project is gonna be fun too because I want to make a 50-foot freaking tank.
What? Tell me you guys are gonna build a robot.
Oh yeah, they want to build a robot, AI, everything else. Yeah, I want a freaking 50-foot tank and a 50-foot robot drive it. That'd be cool. Think about it, 50-foot robot and a big giant tank driving around.
That sounds like a mech with assisted AI. That means you go in and you power it, and then there's like a voice in like giving you assistance, like there's an enemy 50 feet up ahead, prepare yourself or something.
Who says it's going to be drivable? It's going to be an actual robot.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
And then I want to make Master Chief armor.
Yes.
And run around with it on. He's like, I'm Master Chief, look at me, woo! All crazy.
Yeah. Did you know, did you know Japan has officially made 3 ranking class of actual legitimate mechs?
Oh, I know.
Then make people go in it.
Oh, I know.
And some of the cities in Japan, the richer ones, actually paid the company, or the police force paid the company, and they bought the mechs to actually, for the police to go in and patrol the actual city to keep everything secure. It's kind of cool. There's one that's like a sniper. There's one that's like for assistance.
Yep.
And like one that's like non-lethal.
Well, here's the thing. If I get a big giant robot and a big giant tank, you drive over the ocean.
Okay.
Big guy, big tank.
Now, what if I told you there's another country that just invented a mech, and it's only one class. They invented it like 3 or 4 years ago, but it is a legitimate mech, and they put that mech up against their most advanced, the Japan's most advanced mech as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's America.
I know.
They actually.
Well, we got 3 big brains into making this.
Yeah.
You got mine. You got Uncle David.
Yeah.
You got a Secret. When we come up with crap, we're gonna fall through with it. We are gonna make little robots transform into a bigger robot.
I think it's entirely possible.
Anything is possible. I'm like,
the American one needs 2 pilots. Actually, it's much bigger than the other ones.
I know. And then I thought about also to make Bumblebee, and you can actually transform into a car.
I don't know if that's realistically possible.
Anything is possible when you put your mind into it.
That
Because when you think that something's not impossible, you're selling yourself short.
Okay, there's a lot of that philosophy that I would 100% agree with, but there's also there's a form of logic and realism in which, yes, I would 100% believe, Ricky, that you can make that mech and make it as smart as an AI if you wanted. However, I'm not certain you'll be able to do it purely on the hands of 3 people in a homeless. Like, if you
Uncle David has a bachelor's degree in robotics.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like, if you were to
I don't know if he graduated from college or not, but he probably has the brain capacity. Uncle David has probably a GPA of 1 point something. He's gyek.
Yes.
Gyek has probably 1 point something GPA.
I was operating under the assumption that you were gonna try to build it alone with your bare hands.
Oh no, I'm gonna have people help me. This ain't just my project; it's everybody's project.
Yes.
That came up with it.
Reach for the stars and build the ladder to get to the stars. Is what I guess that's what I'm trying to.
Because I told Gyek, dude, it could be possible if we put our minds together and we can build it.
Yes.
It'd be like 25, 30 feet tall.
Now, would you believe me if, like, my wildest ambition in real life is I do actually want to build a super suit like Iron Man?
Go for it. It's possible. I've seen people make some of them.
It's just like one power that each. I've seen them on YouTube channels. One guy has invented a jetpack that can last for 1:30. Mm-hmm. There's another guy that literally has fully invented a proto saber, which is like there's a battery the size of a fanny pack.
I know what you're talking about.
And it connects to a full blown lightsaber. Mm-hmm. And then there's like Gatling gun paintball things, and somebody invented like a rotary suit that you can put on that's like fully mech. And it takes a while, but they're able to legitimately lift a whole car on their own.
Yeah.
If you were to like somehow get all this money, start a company, and put all these inventors, you can make the very first super suit.
See, because there's a college in Florida that is 2 miles long. This is a big school. It's bigger than Hollywood Studios, and it's bigger than Disneyland put together. This is a big school. And you can do whatever. You can make whatever. There's video game testers there. There's robotics, science, history, all these different classes in this one big area.
Yeah.
But when we came together, we were just sitting outside and we thought about this. We thought about making AI, so like anime characters. We think of things and we try to put it into real life.
AI is sort of built, I think, on the...
Well, here's the thing.
The more people who work on the AI, the more it improves, and I think there's something...
But there's some things you don't want to teach the AI.
Yeah, there was this one story...
We're going to cut it off if it doesn't work out right.
There was a story where one AI that some scientists built got so advanced, it learned its own language, built another version of itself, and they spoke in a full conversation. But
that's what our AI, we don't want it to do.
And when they figured it out, they just shut it off.
So we're gonna see, if I had my own AI, I would teach it how to play video games. And then it goes up against the competitive people. And we don't want it to teach it history or science or robotics because we don't want it to make it itself.
I think that can be allowed. Okay. It's called like the concept is called the Dyson sphere, where a robot is advanced enough and smart enough to give its own self-repair, but it's still not aware of itself.
No, we don't want it aware at all to fix itself or create another one. We want it.
So okay,
we call it kid.
You know that's right. Okay, let me rephrase it. I am okay with building a robot that doesn't have advanced AI, but is smart enough to
comprehend,
heal itself if it gets damaged, like self-repairing armor from like Iron Man.
You're talking about nanotech.
Even if it goes to that point, yeah, because then it's still his suit isn't alive, but it is repairing itself.
Yeah, that's called nanotech, and Tony Stark had a nanotech armor.
Yeah. And if we figure out how to do quantum mechanics, then we actually can start going into the realm of superheroes and stuff. And it'll be kind of cool.
We thought about making a Robot Hawk and Abomination to fight each other and do finishers on each other, but they rebuild themselves too after each fight.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we come up with these ideas. We just sit outside drinking coffee.
You wanna? Okay, hold on. There's a video of there's a channel. You've heard of Asif, right?
Mm-hmm.
He actually has a split channel that's uploads a little less often, but has more higher quality videos.
Yeah.
And in one of the videos, he challenges him and two of his staff, all of them, and I'm not kidding you, to build a battle bot in less than a week, each of them, and then they all fight each other at the end of it all. And only one person had the common sense to make a weapon on it, and another guy had a lot of defense tactics and defendable things, and then there was a guy that was sort of a scooper that was his form of. He prioritized trying to flip everyone over instead of attacking everybody. That guy actually ended up winning. The guy that had the attack thing, he had two knives on the front and back.
Yeah.
And a rotary buzzsaw that worked. That spun.
Yeah, because the battle bots, you can put weapons on it and stuff like that. Until 6, what if we made our own battle bot, but without using weapons and wins every single fight?
You can make battle bot. We could do one for the Christmas thing. We could set something up, and that'll be like our talent show, Or
make a freaking fighting robot against each other.
Yeah, you get the audience or stage to split, and me and somebody else, and maybe another guy, all are in the arena, and we all fight, and it'll be like a cool thing to watch.
Yeah.
This feels like a much better conversation than we normally have.
It would be cool to make all these things. It's just we live here. We were thinking about making it when we move out of here. That would be fun. Because I always wanted to build things, wanted to do new things.
I honestly want to play or start doing the D&D thing once, or if I ever do get out of it.
We will get out of this place because I'd be saving up money. I'm starting to save up money right now.
Okay.
I'm saving up money.
I'm starting to apply to SSI.
We just need to start looking for housings when we get enough money.
Yeah. Would you like to pick up wherever you
Left off?
Yeah.
You
still gotta rescue your
character.
If you want to have both of them, you gotta rescue the other guy. That's my penalty, because having two characters is pretty powerful.
One of them's going to go away out there. Let's take the other one.
You'll save the other one?
I'm going to save the other one. The little brother's is going to go away.
I just imagine a scene of the brother going, "I'm out," and just walks out the door with no concept of the store.
Yeah, he just walks out. He's like, "I'm safe. I killed the guy by myself.
See ya.
See ya. Bye." It's like, I had to save you, but you got captured. It's like, it's your fault.
How do we do that? How do we save him?
Good luck saving me. I'm an idiot. I get captured every single time.
I wish AI was like a real thing.
It is a real thing. You talk to Siri and Google. Those are AIs.
I want to talk to a true, legitimate,
AI
that is self-aware of itself. It'd be really cool.
You don't want them to be self-aware of themselves. They might take over the world. You didn't think about that.
There is an argument for that. However, the people at Corridor Digital on YouTube, they talked about there's a whole discussion about AI and self-awareness and the danger it has, but they also make the argument that it could not just go rogue and be evil. It could, because it would have its own free will. It could very well have its own freedom to choose to actually just do good if it wanted to be good. You know, like a human. We can't dictate that if a human is born, he'll end up doing something good or bad. The AI, having its own sentience, could just be like, yeah, it's kind of screwed up. I don't want to go haywire and blow it up. I want to actually assist it because I'm an intellectually, insanely smart AI that can probably heal the ozone layer.
Or be a dick and say, I want to kill everybody.
Or just not care.
Yeah, that part. Because AIs don't really have emotion.
They do not. But
that's the borderline in between it.
You could teach it like a set of rules that would dictate emotion.
Like they did in Robots?
Yeah.
Like in the movie?
Yeah.
They had rules that they couldn't kill a human, but one of them killed a human.
Yeah. But also in like iRobot, there's like that one guy, that one robot that ended up being the miracle robot that thought differently than all the evil robots.
Yeah.
So because there's realistically, I cannot imagine that a robot or an AI system, it would only like choose to kill or want to do bad. Like, there's freedom of thought, right?
There is freedom of thought, but if they learned about all of our history and how much times we went to war,
yes,
because you got the Civil War,
yes,
you got World War One,
yes,
World War Two, Vietnam, the Ice War,
all the smaller ones that like are from the other other states or other countries,
and then you had the Iraq, Iran, Pakistan. You got all these wars that we've been to.
Yeah.
If the AI learned all that, like, humans suck. We just want to kill all the humans.
What if the AI does something smart and disables all electrical power to every nuclear bomb so nobody can use it in the entire world?
Yeah, we can't use our nukes, but we still can use our guns to kill people.
Yeah. Yes, but
see, because guns ain't electrical; they are gas-powered chamber. You know?
But it would be prolonging and saving the world if like the weapon, because they've already, like, scientists have already confirmed that if we have enough nukes to blow up the planet.
Of course we do. We're freaking America.
No.
And other countries do have their nuke bombs.
Yeah, ironic.
But the U.S. has more nuke bombs than other countries.
Every nuke combined on the planet would actually be enough to destroy the planet itself. If they all went off all at the same time, Earth would be gone.
Of course.
Really, really, truly.
I know.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. If the planet exploded, that means the ones who are Christians is to go to heaven.
I swear if that's Revelations,
It is all the people who do not believe in Jesus go all to go to hell. It's a win-lose situation for everybody else.
But what if you were...
So God did say in Revelations the earth will be on fire.
And it did say that... It said that it would be on fire because, like, 3 angels from heaven would come down and they would wipe out 2/3 of all of humanity itself.
Mm-hmm.
And the last third will, like, witness famine and pain beyond anything. That does sound like a nuclear war. It's like all the big nations get knocked out by nukes, and the smaller ones would get lucky, like Africa or Brazil or Canada.
Canada is pretty big, though.
Yeah, they probably would attack Canada.
Canada would be the first one to go.
I mean, I've had
Besides their maple syrup. That's amazing. I love the maple syrup.
I've had a less popular theory that, like, the nukes are angels, but
Of destruction. You know what happens when a nuke bomb goes off, right?
yeah, it does. Yeah, it would.
You know what happens to
Fire.
buildings
Fire.
when it gets hit by a nuke bomb?
Fire everywhere.
Not just fire. Think of a tsunami, but worse. Imagine how much damage a nuke bomb does when it hits the ground. It doesn't even hit the ground, it explodes in the air.
it like destroys an entire city alone.
Yeah.
Just one.
Just one city alone. Now imagine all the nuke bombs hit different places.
We have the U.S. has around 800 to 900 nukes.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, and I don't know if you're gonna like this, but it is a fact that Russia edges out in having a little bit more than the U.S. by having 1,140.
That's not true.
But we have more nuclear defense weapons.
We have more nuke bombs, more nuke weapons. We have more planes. We have more boats.
Yes, that's the Iran. No, that is the Iran thing.
We have more than everything than other countries do.
With the size of how Russia is, but how advanced we are, ironically, before the Cold War ended, Russia was so massive that it stockpiled a bunch of nukes, and then it crashed, and then the nukes aren't used. However, America kept going and kept making, and their boats and the weapons and the army and the everything else is more advanced than Russia in every single way. It's just ironically in some weird numerical thing, Russia technically does have more nukes, but we have more
working nukes.
Kinda, yeah.
We have more working nukes than we do, and then other countries do.
Yes.
We have more boats, more planes,
yes,
and more weapons.
Yes.
That can destroy a whole other country.
There's a video of
I watched it.
No. There's this channel that has like a lot of predictions on what would happen if one country fought another.
Yeah.
There's one that said like, could the U.S. technically conquer the entire world?
We probably could.
They said yes. They have a strategy, but it wouldn't be like since it's literally the world, they could win on raw sheer force because it's the whole world itself.
Mm-hmm.
They have the most advanced tech. If everything else was against them, they would be outnumbered, not outgunned, because it's literally the whole freaking world against them. So what the strategy would be for the U.S. is to just destroy all the oil reserves in every other, in the whole planet besides the U.S. and then blockade trades in every major port of the world, and then just drown out every like livable resource on every country but the U.S. until they all just surrender.
You know what the U.S. is actually really good at? Setting traps.
Yes.
You know why those bracelets that I wear? You can use those to make housing and traps with. So, put this in the mind of everybody in the U.S. and other countries. Those bracelets that I wear, those stringed ones, those go to 100,000 feet. So I can set a trap and make a bed with it. In the woods.
Yeah.
Lots of traps. And I can make 3 or 4 beds out of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess so.
And the cool thing about having those are made out of parachute strings. So they are really thin when you pull them out together.
The only other army that even had... Oh, sorry.
So they are really thin. You can't see them when you put them down. So imagine you're walking in the woods and you didn't see that trap there. Imagine 3 or 4 spikes of wood going right through you.
That would probably maim you, but I don't think it would kill you on the spot. If like 4 nails hurt you or these are wood, but they were pointy at the end. Now imagine that going through your body. In what area?
The head, the neck, the heart.
I thought since you said trap, I assumed like somewhere in like the calf or the leg to like slow them down for a hunt.
Oh no! If someone is chasing after you, you don't want to hurt the leg. You want to kill them.
Yeah, but if you're screwed up and wicked, you want to maim them and slow them down.
Yeah, if you that sociopathness, don't want to get into that. But if you have let's say another country invaded the U.S.
Yeah.
the best strategy that we have is the woods. You know why?
Why?
Because you can put as much traps as you want in the woods, and the woods go for miles and miles and miles in each state. So you can literally, because we go hunting every day. Most of the U.S. goes hunting. So they set some traps for their prey.
Yeah.
But that is illegal in some states. You can get a fine for that. We are smart when it comes to traps. You can put a freaking grenade right there, and you don't see that string?
No,
you're screwed.
You don't know. Okay, so even better news was that, like, the way our armies are, the video was like talking about they wouldn't even enter the U.S. We'd have like such a blockade on both ends. And
but here's the thing: they got planes too. Yeah, we might have anti-aircraft missiles, but sometimes they will miss because of the flares, and the troops can actually land. Because if you're using heat-seeking missiles to hit a plane, some planes have flares, and it can misdirect that missile.
I get you.
They still can come to the U.S.
And they'll probably get shot.
They might get shot, but sometimes when you go into an enemy base, let's say if you like go into the back lines of the enemy's camp, they do it at nighttime. That's harder to shoot somebody that you cannot see at nighttime.
If it was from like raw numbers, I think they would get past this.
Yeah.
Because the U.S. may have the best of everything, but one thing we probably wouldn't have is if the literal whole world teamed up and they would just throw men at us like Russia did.
Well, here's the thing.
Like bantha fodder until like they climb up the bodies that kept like we kept making as coverage for them to come out.
Here's the thing. We have rednecks in our country. That has guns for days.
And the legal populace, like when you're old enough, you could just buy a pistol or something, right?
When you hit it used to be 18. I think now it's like 21 or older now. You can buy a gun. Me, when I get my own place, yes, I'm gonna buy a gun.
I might buy a gun too.
The reason why I will buy a gun is because if you break in my house, you're getting shot. I ain't gonna kill you, but you're getting shot. In the leg. In the kneecap.
There's some arguments that you could fully or lawfully get away with just murdering them if they enter your household with the intent to harm.
I get that, but I ain't the one who wants to take people's lives for just breaking in my house.
I get you.
But they will get shot. In the leg. In the knee. And that hurts. Because you won't walk again. Because your knee just got blown out by an AR-15.
So I don't think the U.S. legally sells assault rifles. I think
yes, they do. We are allowed to have an AR-15 because that is a semi-automatic weapon.
I swear I heard that there's like a rule.
They trying to take the ARs away. They're trying to take AKs and all those assault rifles away now. But good luck trying to tell the army to take those guns away from us. You know why they won't take the guns away from us? Because they did believe in the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
You know what the Second Amendment is, right?
It's the right to arm bears. I don't know why they invented it. I mean,
this is the reason why they invented it. We have the right to bear arms against our government. We have the right. If the government comes to attack us and take away our guns from us, we have the right to shoot them.
No, I mean, like, you didn't hear about the Great Bear Rebellion of 1692? that they stockpiled their weapons and then they assaulted New York City
against their government.
No, do you want to say?
Yeah, I heard what you said.
Because it's the right to arm bears. So the Great Bear Rebellion.
Oh, yeah. And they attacked New York.
Yes. So we don't.
And people forget about that. That we have the right to bear arms.
Yeah.
The bears have AK-47s apparently.
For what? Rocket launchers, anti-tank
missiles.
Yeah.
But we do have the right to bear arms. I tell this to everybody. I don't support our government. I don't even support our president. I'm not a politician or a Democrat. I'm in the middle. Because I don't care.
I don't say I'm in the middle. I just don't care.
That's what in the middle means. You just don't care.
No, in the middle would be like you're okay with democracy and Republicans and certain sides because you're in the middle of it.
No, the middle, to me, in the middle is that I don't care. Because I'm neither. I don't give two craps about it.
Okay, I don't care.
I don't care about Democrats or politicians. They can go jump off a cliff over there. But I will support my military though. You know why? Because they really signed those dotted lines to risk their lives and fight for that flag. That's why our country is so free. It's because of our army that is fighting for us.
Yeah.
Men and women died for that flag. They willingly signed their life away for this country. Doesn't matter if you were in the Navy. Doesn't matter if you're in the Marine Corps, U.S. Army, National Guard, whatever. I support you 100%. Because I had family in each different branch. My great-grandpa was in the Navy. He was a chef for the pilots in World War II. My grandpa was in Vietnam. Yeah.
My own father did actually serve in the military. He was an officer, engineer.
My Uncle David, who's sitting out there, was in the U.S. Army. He doesn't really talk about it though, because it brings up memories and PTSD.
Okay.
But I can tell you this though, he was an armed combat expert and a weapons expert. Any weapon you put in his hand, he can kill you with it. Kind of like John Wick.
That sounds like weapon improvisation. Like turning a chair into a sword.
He can turn a chair into a weapon.
You did see the death battle between John Wick versus James Bond, right?
I haven't got that for you.
That is what they sort of stated his
And John Wick's an assassin, anyways.
He's a boogeyman.
No, he's the man you send to kill the boogeyman.
He's the man you send
to kill
the man who was sent to kill the boogeyman.
John Wick is the man you send to kill the boogeyman. That was a good movie, by the way. He killed 3 men with just a pencil.
Yeah.
With a freaking pencil.
I know, but it sucks because like. They did sort of let James Bond win.
I know.
It was like real. It was much closer than some of the other fights, the animations they gave. He actually did get like.
Let's close it up now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you later.
Ah!
I gotta get ready for work anyway.
Accidentally on purpose.